The Joe Rogan Experience.
So what do you think of this John Jones-Ciryl Gane fight?
Honestly, I think it's a tougher fight than Francis.
Really?
I do. I think that Ciryl Gane, his movement, his footwork, he's so good with his front leg. And for John Jones, remember when he came back from OSP, he looked so stiff.
Yeah.
And that was a time off and putting a lot of muscle on. He just looked like a slower version of himself. So now this time, it's a longer time off, and you're coming back with way more weight on, and you're going against one of like the faster heavyweights and the more smoother heavyweights instead of Ngannou, where he lands that hard punch. I could do it, but I could just shoot under that hard punch. Ciryl Gane, you have to watch the kicks, watch the footwork, cut him off.
Yeah. The thing is that Ciryl Gane was out-grappled by Francis when Francis had a bad knee. Francis's knee was fucked up, and Francis out-grappled him and beat him handily with his grappling.
Yeah.
I talked to Eric Nixick, and he said Francis's grappling is on a totally different level than he used to be before, and he's so big and so strong.
Yeah.
That, he's in camp with Blagoy Ivanov.
Yeah.
And he said he was just holding him down, doing whatever he wants to him. I'm like, that is really impressive, because Blagoy beat Fedor in combat sambo.
He's a monster
He's
himself.
a monster.
He's the one who got stabbed, right?
Yeah, in the heart.
Yeah, he's crazy. One time, I saw him at he's under Ali, and Ali had a media day for his fighters, and Blagoy comes up to me, and I make picks every fight, and I'll circle fighters who I think is gonna win, and I'll post it on my Instagram. And he came up to me, and he shoulder bumped me. He's like, "You didn't pick me my last fight." And I was like, what? And I was like, dude, I don't even know you fighters even really pay attention to that. He's I was like, dude, now I started realizing that these guys are watching it. But
of course they watch.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's crazy. But I was like, man, I got to pick him every single time he goes now. I was nuts. But yeah, I always talk to Eric Nixick. Eric Nixick's one of those coaches that he's like my brother. But I'll call him after, hey, they're giving me this guy. What do you think about it? And he would always tell me Francis is one of those heavyweights that loves to wrestle. Wrestling practice, strikers, they don't show up. They hate to be in that grind. It's a different type of grind. They said Francis is there all the time. He loves to be in that grappling mode.
I mean, especially after that Stipe fight, the first Stipe fight, he learned that's where his Achilles heel is grappling. And that also you can't take everybody out. Sometimes, not in that fight at least, Stipe just weathered the storm somehow or another.
Yeah.
And you have to have the gas tank and you have to have the grappling to survive all those other exchanges.
But that was at his moment. Remember when he was just knocking everybody out and he had 2 minutes of fight time?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you fight a guy, oh, dang, it's past the second round?
Well, it's also like we talked about with Hamzat. When Hamzat went after Kevin Holland, if you get out of that round, how much do you have left?
Yeah.
Well, he got out of the round. Stipe made it out of the round, and then Stipe started dominating.
But that second fight, man, Francis's takedown defense, he looked good.
Patient Francis. That's what DC was saying. Patient Francis is scary Francis. Yeah, that's why I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad because I feel like we were deprived of one of the great fights in MMA, one of the most compelling fights in MMA. Does it mean I'm not interested in Ciryl Gane and John Jones? I'm very interested in that fight. For all the things you listed.
Yeah.
Also for Ciryl Gane's performance against Tai Tuivasa. It's God damn, Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl Gane does a lot of shit that's very unusual. First of all, he stands totally sideways, and he does a twisting kick with his front leg to throw a front kick. You know how he does that?
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
He stands totally sideways, and he twists his leg in. He doesn't stick it up and stab it forward. He twists it and go in.
Yeah. You never did that? Well, Taekwondo?
It's a twisting kick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called a twisting kick.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, that's him throwing side kicks.
Spinning heel kick,
he threw a spinning heel kick. He throws this kick off the front leg. If you go to Tai Tuivasa,
the one he was landing to that front to the body,
God,
that was breaking.
Dude,
Tai is so tough, though,
he's
man.
so tough. Tai is so tough. That was a crazy ass fight, and that was a perfect fight to showcase what Ciryl Gane's capable of, because his movement, the fluidity of his combinations, and the guy moves like a middleweight.
Yeah.
He's 240 plus pounds. This was a great-ass fight. So he stands sideways, and he throws this front kick when he gets distance. He throws this front kick off the sideways stance, and he turns his body. Oh, there's that kick to the body, those round kicks.
Oh, this is the finishing secret. Oh.
Yeah. Very, very interesting, man. Watching the two. There it is.
Oh,
See it?
yeah, yeah.
See how he throws it? And he throws it off of both sides with the front leg. He's the most agile and the like probably the most technical of all the heavyweight strikers. Cyryl's very well rounded when it comes to his striking.
He's so smooth.
Yeah.
And he's like intelligent. Like he understands the distance. All right, now this is a knee distance. This is not kick distance.
Very interesting fight. So for John, it's going to be, can John take him down? Can John, like, how does John perform at heavyweight? Can John close the distance? Is he as fast? What is the 3 years off like? Is he hungrier and even better because he's fired up and he, you know, like y'all must have forgot? He's got that mindset.
He usually does too,
Yeah.
right? Remember, he was always that guy that would want to beat you at your own game. Oh, you're a wrestler, I'll wrestle you. You're a striker, I'll strike with you.
Yeah.
So if he comes out there thinking, Ciryl Gane, you're a smooth striker, I'll smooth you. I don't know.
It's also a first fight at heavyweight. We really don't know how he's going to respond when he gets hit by a big heavyweight. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
And it's years, and it's also John is older now, you know.
And just
a lot
that
of
time
partying,
off, honestly.
A lot of partying.
Yeah.
John parties. You know, I don't know what he's been doing. Maybe he's been living clean over the last few years. I don't know.
I know I saw him with Cejudo now, and maybe that Cejudo mindset will help him too. So
I like that. I like Cejudo's mindset, and I like that fight ready camp. I think what Henry brings to the table is very unique. His mindset is really incredible, and you know, I talked to Mighty Mouse about it. I had Mighty Mouse on, and Demetrius was saying that like he's so meticulous in his training and how he prepares and plans for things.
Yeah,
like everything is like very, very focused.
I was talking Dan Ige. He was telling me how he went down there and he's like, I never talked to anybody with kind of like the war mindset as him. It's like he sees it as like a chess match. He breaks it down in that type of way. It's not like, oh, let's just go out there, see red, whatever happens, happens. He's like, no, he does this, this, and this. Even with I had breakfast with him once before the Sean Brady fight, and he was like, let's watch a little tape on him. Let me look up what he does. And just like watching one tape of Sean Brady, he goes, oh, well, he stands like this. I think you should do this. This low kick will be perfect right here. But just seeing how he breaks down, how he talks to people, it just tells me that being a coach and being at his gym, he'll get deeper and deeper and deeper into those little aspects of the fight that a lot of people don't really care about or look at. I know a lot of fighters that they'll never even watch tape of somebody they're going to fight. They're just going there with the mindset of, if I'm in shape and I'm at my best, I'm going to win.
Yeah, I think he's one of the great coaches out there. I think Firas Zahabi's probably, I mean, he's one of my all-time favorites, if not my favorite. But I think there's just a few guys like that, like Henry Cejudo, you know, that are just like, they're next-level coaches. They just have this mindset.
That's the most important thing, I feel like. It's not all about toughness. And
right.
I've had coaches that are telling me, like, oh, well, this guy never fought before. Why are you going to think that he's a good coach? But you don't need to be a fighter or that. Some people are just better at understanding and breaking down fights in general than having to go in there and fight. Some people can teach, some people can fight.
Some of the great coaches, like think about guys like Teddy Atlas, wasn't known as a great boxer. Amazing coach.
Yeah.
You know, like there's Emmanuel Stewart, wasn't known as a great boxer, but amazing coach, one of the greatest coaches ever. There's quite a few guys like that.
Yeah. I mean, Eric Nixick, my coach, Mike Valley, never fought before. He's the same way. And like I said, it's like some people are better at teaching. Some people are better at breaking down film and seeing other guys' weaknesses. Like I know Nixick was telling me that he used to be a football player and he would like bring that mindset, that game plan mindset of, what's their weakness? If I know these guys are good at the pass, well, we're going to play pass defense. And then fighters don't think like that. For me, when I fought Damian Maia, my goal is to stand and strike with you. I'm not going to grapple with Damian Maia. When I'm fighting Wonder Boy, I'm not going to strike with Wonder Boy. I'm going to take him down.
Right.
When I'm fighting these guys a certain way, I'm switching it up each time.
Is John in Phoenix now? Is he training down there?
He was. I know he was down there. He said he was down there for visiting.
Because he was with Jackson Winklejohn.
Yeah.
They had a falling out, so he left. And then
I think he was doing stuff out of his garage, but then now he was down with Cejudo, training down there with them now too. I'm not sure if he's doing his full camp there, but I know he was doing some stuff there.
One thing he's done right is put that weight on slowly.
Yeah.
That's the one thing he's done right because he's got accustomed to being 255 pounds and walking around real big and heavy. And he looks real big and heavy. He looks like a heavyweight. He doesn't look like a light heavyweight that gained weight.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking heavyweight.
And I'm wondering who he's sparring with. Because, you know, there's this being in the gym and being who you are, John Jones, you know, there's people like want to see how he is and a million people trying to get an inside scoop of, how does he look? How does he look? And we really haven't heard anything like that from any of the little birds on somebody's shoulder or something like that. So I'm wondering if he's actually sparring with anybody, training with anybody, or if he just has that much loyal teammates that are not going to say a word about it until he wants to.
I don't know. It's a good question because if he's going to fight a guy like Ciryl Gane, he really wants to get some movement, some really top flight kickboxers. So like, who does he have that he can work with like that? You know, you really want. Ciryl is so good at mixing up the kicks and the knees and the punches and the combinations, and he's so light, like the way he stands on the outside. Like if you're gonna compete against like a guy like that, you got to get some similar looks. And how many similar looks are there out there for a guy that's 245 pounds
that can move like that?
That moves like Ciryl.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
Yeah, interesting fight. But here's the problem. Let's say John beats Ciryl Gane, okay? And then John fights Stipe, and John beats Stipe. Then what?
People are sleeping on Curtis Blades. I think he's one of the toughest guys there.
My immediate goal is to beat Ciryl Gane and to beat Stipe Miocic, John Jones said. After that, I'll be in conversations with the UFC. Go to the UFC heavyweight rankings, because I'll show you what I'm fucking interested in. What I'm interested in at UFC heavyweight, click on that shit.
Pavlovich.
Oh, Pavlovich.
Oh, my God.
That's the boy.
Yeah.
Sergey Pavlovich, that motherfucker. That's the Russian Fedor. I mean, the Russian Francis, rather. He, like, comes out, guns blazing on people, just like Francis used to. That motherfucker can bomb.
He's a and he's so fast, too, with it. He's so accurate.
Very good. Very good. Does it have any fights of his?
Not on that website.
Oh, okay.
Not the way I have it set up.
The way he beat Black Beast and Tai Tuivasa so quick, I was like,
the Tai
who is this
Tuivasa
guy?
fight was incredible. I mean, when you think about Ciryl Gane going through that war with him, and Sergey just put it on him. His boxing is fucking tight, very tight, man. Real power punches, excellent technique, big guy too.
Yeah,
big heavy fuck.
I think Cormier was talking about he used to train with him, and he was like, yeah, he'd be in the practice room with us all the time and stuff like that. So coming up with Kane and him, man.
I mean, this fucking dude's scary. I mean, to beat Derek Lewis like that, to have Derek completely on his... I mean, look at the combinations he's landing. Mark Smith, there's a Dan Mergliotta, seen enough. Look at that. That fucking dude can crack. He can crack.
He's fast.
He's interesting. So I want to see him fight more. Obviously, he beat go to the Tai Tuivasa fight. He beat Tuivasa. I mean, the fucking combinations this guy has. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, that was
jab.
so smooth.
And
30 seconds in
and
there.
Ty gets up and just guns blazing. So accurate. Oh, my goodness. Dude. So he's, to me, with Francis leaving, he's one of the most interesting guys at heavyweight, if not the most interesting guy at heavyweight.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see him fight a guy like John Jones. That's crazy to me. So if John gets a few fights at heavyweight, if he gets Ciryl Gane, if he beats him, that's an if. And then if he beats Stipe Miocic, that's another if. And then he fights Sergey.